In the living room, Peppa and George rush under the table, clutching a teddy bear and a toy dinosaur. The two siblings squeeze themselves all the way in, huddling close against the table legs.
George, hurry in here.
Peppa, I'm really scared. The two siblings sit close together.
Mom and Dad will scold us because of the test.
Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig return home from the parent-teacher meeting and walk into the house. Each of them is holding a test paper marked with an F.
Oh, where did Peppa and George go?
Daddy Pig looks down at the paper in his hand. Then he and his wife glance around the room.
Peppa, George, where are you two?
Sister Peppa, I don't want to be scolded. Peppa swallows hard, trying to stay calm, and uses her right hand to tightly cover her little brother's mouth to keep him quiet. With her other hand, she doesn't hold the teddy bear firmly, causing it to roll out onto the floor.
Huh?
Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig notice something and bend down to look under the table.
Ah, there you two are.
Peppa and her little brother crawl out from under the table. Both of them lower their heads, scared, and tightly clutch their toys.
I'm sorry about the F grade.
Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig look at each other, pretend to be strict for a few seconds, then burst out laughing together. Peppa and George look at each other in confusion.
Grades aren't as scary as running away from them.
Next time, let's study together.
Yes!
Daddy Pig and Auntie Pig are having an affair. Mummy Pig took Peppa, George, and Evie out for a shopping trip on the street today. On their way, they caught Daddy Pig talking and holding hands intimately with Auntie Pig. Stunned for a moment, Mummy Pig and her kids furiously charged toward Daddy Pig and Auntie Pig. Startled, they let go and looked back in terror. Mommy Pig slapped Daddy Pig across the face.
You traitor! How dare you have an affair behind my back?
Honey, are you okay?
Mommy Pig slapped Auntie Pig and yelled in rage.
How could you steal someone else's husband?
I hate you, Daddy.
We're going home now, kids.
I was wrong. For the sake of our children, please give me one last chance.
I don't need you anymore, Daddy.
Furious, Mommy Pig rushed outside and splashed water all over them. She glared at them with scorn and fury before coldly turning her back to enter the house.
Mommy will always be by your side, my children.
Peppa's family are firefighters. At the Pig Family Fire Station, everything is noisy and chaotic. Mummy Pig, with her big pregnant belly, sits on a chair, rubbing her tummy and giving orders.
I can't run fast today, so make sure everything is well prepared.
Daddy Pig looks like he's struggling hard.
Daddy, I want the fire hose. No, I want the dinosaur.
On the floor, Evie lies on her back. Suddenly, a noise goes off.
Huh?
Evie, was that you?
Don't worry, Peppa. Evia just made a funny noise.
Just then, the fire phone rings. Peppa's family quickly jump into the fire truck and race to the fire. The fire truck blares its siren down the road. Peppa's family arrive at Danny's smoking house. Danny looks on in fear at the burning house.
Peppa's family, help! My toys are still inside.
Daddy Pig rushes back to the fire truck to prepare the hose. Meanwhile, Peppa and George are fighting over the hose. Suddenly, the hose sprays water all over Daddy Pig. So cute! Daddy Pig shouts angrily.
Stop it. This is not the time to mess around.
The thick black smoke blocks Daddy Pig from going deeper. Holding Mummy Pig suddenly gets an idea. Mummy Pig places Evie down right at the front door of the burning house.
It's your turn now, Evie.
Evie's strong, funny smell spreads so much that it overpowers the smoke. Now Daddy Pig can see clearly and puts it out with the hose in seconds. The fire is out. Danny runs over to thank them.
Thank you, Peppa's family. Your firefighting style is amazing.
Yay! Everyone bursts out laughing. In the living room, Daddy Pig, Mommy Pig, Peppa, and George were sitting together and watching TV. A short time later, a loud bang suddenly came from outside, as if something huge was rushing toward the house. The whole house began to shake violently. Peppa and George looked at each other in shock and ran to the window to look outside. Daddy Pig and Mommy Pig hurried out as well.
Oh no!
A giant deer stood there. Its sharp eyes glared fiercely, and its long claws had just scratched 3 deep marks into the wall tile. As soon as it saw Daddy Pig and Mommy Pig, the angry deer lifted them up with its antlers and placed them on both sides of the roof. They struggled to hold on, their hands shaking with fear. The deer then looked toward Peppa and George. Both children turned pale. The deer lowered its head. Its antlers came very close to Peppa, ready to attack. Suddenly, George began to cry. The deer froze. Its ears stood up, and its eyes twitched. George cried even louder. The deer roared in pain and scratched its own head with its claws, as if something was hurting its ears. Peppa realized something and whispered to George. George cried even louder. The deer stepped back wildly and smashed its head against the wall. Glass shattered everywhere. Peppa held George's hand and led him to stand at the doorway. Letting the crying echo across the yard, the deer held in despair. It staggered, turned around, and slowly moved away from the house. On the roof, Daddy Pig and Mommy Pig slid down safely. Peppa hugged George tightly. Daddy Pig and Mommy Pig ran over and hugged both children. Far away, deep in the dark forest, the giant deer's red eyes quietly watched the house in silence. On a quiet road, Peppa and Danny were walking and chatting when the ground suddenly began to shake. The earth cracked open, and a giant snake slowly crawled out. Its eyes were cold, and a cruel smile spread across its face as it stared at the two children. A soft rustle sounded behind them. Peppa and Danny quickly turned around, their hearts almost stopping. Terrified, they ran as fast as they could. They hid behind a large rock, breathing hard and looking ahead. Suddenly, the snake's head appeared right behind them. Peppa grabbed Danny and tried to run, but the giant tail whipped around and tightly wrapped around Danny.
Help me! Help me!
The snake slowly opened its dark mouth and moved closer to Danny. Peppa was shaking with fear, but she picked up hard sticks from the ground and bravely threw them at the snake's eyes. The snake hissed in pain. It writhed violently and finally released Danny. The two children ran for their lives. In the distance, they saw Dr. Elephant's laboratory and used all their strength to run toward it.
Dr. Elephant, help us.
Dr. Elephant stepped outside. Before he could ask anything, he saw the giant snake crawling toward them, its body wrapping tightly around the building as if it wanted to crush everything. He widened his eyes, but quickly stayed calm. He pulled a strange bottle from his pocket and threw it hard at the snake's body. At night, the moonlight shone down on the ground. The sound of quick, rustling footsteps echoed through the forest. Peppa hugged George's hand tightly as they ran in panic, looking around nervously. Suddenly, there was a soft rustling sound near a nearby bush. Peppa turned around and saw only a dark bush sinking into the shadows of the forest. The sister and brother were scared, but curious. They slowly walked closer. Taking a deep breath, they gathered their courage and pushed the bush aside, but there was nothing there. They sighed in relief. Peppa and George turned to leave. Suddenly, a deer's face appeared right in front of Peppa's eyes. Both of them jumped back in fear. They looked up and saw a strange figure with the head of a deer staring at them.
There's a monster. Help me! Help me!
The crazy deer monster chased after them. Peppa and George ran out of the forest. They slipped and fell, but they did not dare stop.
Come on, come on!
They saw a house ahead and rushed inside. Peppa and George hid by the window, shaking and holding each other tightly. Outside, the deer monster opened its mouth in an evil smile. Its red eyes pressed close to the glass, staring into the room. It banged hard on the door, making it shake violently. The glass cracked and shattered onto the floor. Then the monster jumped inside, roaring loudly. The deer monster moved closer and lifted the two children up. Peppa and George closed their eyes and struggled. The monster looked at Peppa and prepared to swallow her.
No!
Mommy Pig rushed into the room after hearing the scream. Peppa woke up, saw her mom, felt relieved, and hugged her tightly. The weather was beautiful today. Peppa and George were playing soccer together in front of the house. Daddy Pig just drove home. He got out of the car and carried a heavy box toward his children. Daddy Pig smiled and said,
Kids, I want to build a boxing ring.
Hooray! That's awesome!
Daddy Pig turned to the left to look for a place to build it, while the two children kept playing. Suddenly, the ground cracked open. A giant golden snake rose up. With red eyes and a fierce expression, it looked around, then moved toward Daddy Pig. Daddy Pig, Peppa, and George looked around and saw the snake. Terrified, they started running. While running, Daddy Pig noticed the boxing gloves in the box and quickly thought of an idea.
George, catch.
George quickly caught it and put it on his right hand. His face changed at once, and he smiled confidently. George got into a fighting pose and saw his sister being attacked. The snake opened its mouth and moved toward Peppa. George ran forward and jumped, punching the snake in the face. George smiled proudly. Peppa watched as the snake was stunned for a few seconds, then became even angry. snake struck back with its tail. Daddy Pig used all his strength and knocked the snake flying toward the front door. Mommy Pig ran out, holding baby Evie in one arm and a bottle of experimental liquid in the other. She was shocked by what she saw.
Honey, I need your help.
Mommy Pig nodded and understood. She threw the bottle at the snake. A cloud of smoke rose up. The snake began to shrink and finally turned into a small worm.
A giant tsunami is heading toward the city. Residents must find shelter immediately.
After hearing the news, the whole family began strengthening the house. The family went to the front of the house and started working hard. Suddenly, the ground shook violently. From far away, a deep roaring sound echoed like a monster growling. Seawater surged past the trees, and a massive dark shadow slowly emerged. El Gran Mayo, its eyes glowed bright red. It stood still, staring at Peppa's family without blinking. The water rose to half the house.
Quick, get to the roof.
The family panicked and climbed the ladder as waves slammed into the walls with terrifying sounds. El Gran Maya bared its sharp teeth, let out a deep laugh. The entire house shook violently. Cracks spread across the walls. Suddenly, the sound of a boat engine roared through the water. Grandpa Pig appeared, steering a boat through the raging flood.
Hurry, jump onto my boat.
The family barely made it onto the boat when a deep explosion sounded behind them. El Gran Maya smashed Peppa's house completely, sweeping it away with the waves. Grandpa Pig took the family to his house. El Gran Maya rose again, roaring as it charged at the house. Suddenly, a calm voice came from behind the monster.
Hey, you big brute!
Grandma Pig appeared, staring at El Gran Maya. She gripped a hairdryer tightly.
What?
An idea flashed in her mind.
Come and get me, you big brute!
She waved teasingly and ran toward the forest behind the house. El Gran Maya roared and chased after her. Unable to stop, it fell straight into a deep pit. Grandma Pig stood at the edge of the hole and turned the hairdryer to full power. A powerful stream of hot air blasted down. At last, only a tiny. Peppa and George's emotions. In Peppa's living room, the whole family was gathered together. Baby Evie had just been born and was lying peacefully in her mother's arms. The parents looked at Evie attentively, their eyes full of love. Peppa and George stood behind the wall, curiously watching their new baby sister. At first, the two siblings smiled happily, excited that the family had a new member. Over time, Mom and Dad only cared about Evie. Today, the two siblings came home from school holding their test papers with Enna, excited to show them to their parents.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Because Evie is still very young, she receives more attention. Maybe Mom and Dad only remember the baby.
One day in the living room, Evie woke up and started crying. Peppa heard her baby sister crying and immediately ran over, picked her up, and tried to comfort her.
Peppa put the baby down.
Uh-oh.
At dinner time, when everyone sat down at the table, Mom and Dad didn't see Peppa and George.
Ooh.
Worried, they went around the house looking for them.
Uh-oh.
Come on!
Mom and Dad opened the door and saw the two children sitting and hugging each other, their faces smeared with tears.
Why are you crying?
What's wrong?
Mom and Dad don't care about us anymore. Mom and Dad only care about our baby sister.
Dad is sorry, you do. Because she's still little, we care for her more.
Mom is sorry too.
Okay.
Suddenly, Evie burst into tears. The whole family rushed over, and when the baby saw her mother, she stopped crying and smiled brightly.
Evie is so cute.
We'll pay more attention to you.
Peppa, hurry up. We have to go help everyone. That afternoon at the Pig family's home, an urgent phone call comes in with news that Grandpa Pig has had an accident and has been taken to the hospital. The house is suddenly filled with hurry and worry. Daddy Pig, Mommy Pig, and George quickly pack their things to visit Grandpa. George picks up Evie, climbs into the car briskly, and brings along his toy dinosaur.
Peppa, hurry up. We have to go to the hospital to check on Grandpa right now.
Wait a moment. I'm almost ready.
Worried about Grandpa's condition, Daddy Pig can't wait any longer and starts the car. Peppa rushes out into the yard, but the car has already begun to drive away.
Dad, wait for me. Let me come with you.
Oh.
As soon as the car stops in front of the hospital gate, Peppa jumps out and immediately runs across the road without looking.
Peppa, that's dangerous.
Stop!
Peppa, being slow can lead to rushing, and not paying attention almost put your life in danger.
I'm sorry, Mom and Dad.
The family visits Grandpa in the hospital, and Peppa promises to be more careful from now on. Peppa's upside-down grades. In the afternoon, when school was over, the parents drove to pick up Peppa and George. The two siblings walked out of the school gates together. Peppa held up her paper, showing a bright red A+, and said proudly,
Mommy, Daddy, look. I studied so hard and got a perfect A.
Daddy Pig frowned, stared at the test paper, and shouted angrily.
Peppa, why is this an A? You've deeply disappointed me. Is studying all you ever think about?
Why can't you be more like George? Just look at your brother.
Oh, George and F, that's absolutely wonderful. You truly are my little genius.
I'm so proud of you, George. And F is the most prestigious grade of all.
This makes no sense. Why are you scolding me for being a good student?
Peppa, Peppa. Wake up, Peppa. Peppa, it's time to wake up for school.
Peppa realized it was just a bad dream, caused by her extreme anxiety before the exam. Their parents drove Peppa and George to school. At the gates, Peppa saw Danny, Rebecca, and Candy hurrying into the classroom behind their teacher. Peppa was still worried, her face filled with gloom. Realizing she was anxious about the exam, Daddy Pig gently pulled both Peppa and George into a warm hug.
Peppa, George, no matter what grades you get, we will always love you and be proud of your efforts.
Once inside the classroom, Peppa and George started their tests. Both of them worked with great confidence. In the afternoon, Peppa and George brought their test papers home to show their parents.
Mommy, Daddy, look at this.
Their parents smiled with satisfaction and hugged both siblings. The Pig family laughed happily together. Mummy Pig's special secret. The whole family is sitting in the living room watching TV. Daddy Pig is holding Evie, while Peppa and George are eating popcorn. Mummy Pig comes out of the room looking upset, holding Peppa and George's test papers in her hand.
Peppa, George, explain this.
I'm sorry, Mommy.
Mummy Pig, who is angry, suddenly holds her stomach and winces.
Oh no! Mummy Pig, are you okay?
And then a loud noise echoes, followed by a cloud of green smoke.
Oh.
It looks like something just happened.
The green smoke begins to spread throughout the house. Daddy Pig takes a breath and suddenly freezes, his face turning pale.
Help me, I think I've been poisoned.
Oh no, help us.
Mummy Pig blushes with embarrassment. Peppa's family starts to panic. The whole family runs around in a panic. Daddy Pig quickly puts Evie down and runs to get a fan from the storage room. Daddy turns the fan on to the highest setting. The strong wind quickly blows the green smoke away. Ooh, but it blows straight toward Peppa.
Oh, it smells terrible.
George runs over and grabs his dinosaur.
The dinosaur has fainted.
Mummy Pig feels flustered for causing trouble for the whole family. So she quickly runs out of the house. Daddy Pig, along with Peppa and George, tries to blow the green smoke outside. The room is now filled with a pleasant fragrance. Everything is settled, and the family runs outside to look for Mummy Pig.
What happened, Peppa?
No, it's just Mommy Pig's special secret.
Mummy Pig feels embarrassed while the whole family bursts out laughing. Peppa and a little mix-up.
Oh no.
At school, Madame Gazelle can't find her red handbag and quickly calls the police. Officer Squirrel and Officer Panda set off at once.
Aha!
Oh. Hello?
Okay.
Okay.
Peppa is happily carrying Mommy Pig's red bag when a police car suddenly stops in front of her.
Stop! That's Madame Gazelle's handbag. Peppa, you need to come to the police station with us.
No, it's not. This is my mom's bag.
Hearing sirens and crying, Mommy Pig rushes out with Evie and George.
Please don't take Peppa away. I'm the one who took the bag. Take me instead.
No, Peppa didn't do anything wrong.
Daddy Pig arrives home and is shocked to see Peppa in handcuffs, crying in Mommy Pig's arms.
Wait, don't take her. Actually, I was the one who took the bag and gave it to Peppa. Please take me.
Since you've confessed, we have to take you to the station.
Oh, gee, Mommy.
As the police car is about to leave, Madame Gazelle runs over holding an identical red bag.
Stop! I found the bag. It was right under the desk in the office. I'm very sorry for scaring you. To make it up to you, I have a special gift for you, Peppa.
Sorry, Peppa. We almost made a mistake.
These are all the advanced homework assignments just for you.
Okay.
Seeing the notebook, Peppa freezes, then cries even harder than before. Everyone around her bursts into laughter. Oh no! Peppa's house is on fire! In the living room, Peppa is absorbed in playing with her teddy bear. George walks in holding a cup of water and sneaks up to snatch it away. The little brother tucks his legs and runs off to tease her. And Peppa chases him around the living room. Suddenly, the boy trips over the TV power cord and falls. This causes the cup of water in his hand to splash and pour straight into the plugged-in electrical outlet.
It hurts so much, sister. Let me go ask Mom and Dad for help. Mom and Dad, it's on fire.
From the electrical outlet, a thin wisp of smoke rises. Then, bluish sparks shoot out accompanied by increasingly intense crackling noises.
Let's run outside quickly.
The family of 5 runs outside safely. Behind them, the house is on fire. They stare blankly as the house is gradually consumed by the flames.
Don't be sad, children. As long as no one in our family is hurt, that's what matters. How could the electrical outlet short circuit and catch fire like that? Huh?
It's my fault. I will never play near the electrical outlet again.
George, what are you doing?
George, next time you must absolutely not play near the electrical outlet anymore. Okay.
Daddy Pig quickly calls the fire brigade, then stands still looking at his wife and children, breathing a sigh of relief. Peppa and George learn a lesson about being late. In the living room, Daddy Pig and Mummy Pig have finished preparing everything for the family picnic. Evie is already seated in the car, even though Mummy Pig calls to remind them that it's time. Peppa and George are glued to the cartoon on TV and absorbed in playing with their toys.
Blah, 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 blah.
Aha!
Wait a moment. I'm almost ready.
All right, let's just go ahead and see how the two of them handle it. They need to learn the value of time.
Okay.
Daddy Pig starts the engine. The red car slowly rolls forward and then speeds out of the gate. Only then do the two panic, throw their toys aside, hurriedly put on their sandals, and run out of the house.
Come on, come on.
Mom, wait for me. I'm coming right now.
In the car, Mummy Pig looks through the rearview mirror and sees the two children running for their lives, drenched in sweat. Instead of stopping, Mummy Pig turns back to look at Peppa and George and sticks out her tongue teasingly. When she sees that Peppa and George are exhausted, their steps slowing down and their faces full of tears, Mummy Pig finally signals Daddy Pig to stop the car.
Do you understand your mistake now? When Mom and Dad call, you need to be ready immediately.
Okay.
I'm sorry. From now on, I won't play around and make everyone wait anymore.
The test an F grade. Peppa and George stand outside holding F tests, look at each other nervously, then decide to hide them. Peppa and George drop the test papers into a hole. They grin, cover the hole with dirt, and happily run back into the house. Inside the house, to their surprise, Danny and Danny's mom are sitting and chatting. Danny shows off his A+ test.
Oh, Danny, you're so smart.
Yes.
Mom turns to Peppa and George and asks them,
Peppa and George, where are your test papers?
Peppa and George panic and shake their heads. They both say,
The teacher hasn't given them back yet. Oh.
Mom looks at the two siblings with a suspicious gaze. Sensing the tension, Danny and Danny's mom excuse themselves and leave.
Goodbye.
After seeing Danny and his mom off, Mom goes back inside. Mom is surprised to see the two of them cleaning the house to win her over. That only makes Mom even more suspicious. Mom checks both of their backpacks, but doesn't find anything, which makes her even more suspicious. Mom starts searching through every corner of the house.
Ooh.
Just then, Dad comes home from work.
Uh-oh.
My private money. I was just...
I can't believe it.
Mom storms out into the garden. A corner of white paper sticks out from the dirt. She digs it up and finds two F test papers. Furious, she marches back inside. The two siblings rush into the bathroom and climb into the washing machine to hide. Holding the test papers, Mom angrily searches through all the rooms for the two of them. Dad walks over and pats Mom on the shoulder.
Come on, we should comfort Peppa and George and encourage them.
If they had studied harder, it wouldn't have turned out like this.
As Mom and Dad argue, Peppa and George's voices suddenly come from behind Mom.
We are sorry, Mom and Dad. Please don't argue anymore.
Mom and Dad stop in surprise and look at the two children, who are standing there with guilty, regretful faces.
Actually, I was saving the money to surprise our whole family.
Oh.
Mom apologizes for making the family upset.
The whole family hugs and laughs happily. A mischievous visitor, Peppa, be careful. Danny's dad brings Danny to Peppa's front door. Danny's dad asks Peppa's parents to look after Danny. Danny says goodbye to his dad and goes inside with Peppa's parents. Peppa and George are playing in the living room. Danny runs in and wants to play.
Peppa, let Danny play with you.
Hello, Peppa. Hello, Danny.
Danny runs into Peppa's room and jumps on the bed. Peppa and George are left speechless. Danny's shoes make Peppa's bed dirty. And Peppa gets angry about it. Peppa and Danny both feel upset. Danny grabs Peppa's teddy and throws it away. Peppa and George get upset and gently push Danny. Danny throws himself on the floor and cries loudly. Just then, Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig rush in.
Peppa, don't bully your friend.
Danny smirks as Peppa and George get told off. Daddy Pig announces a family picnic and tells Peppa and George to tidy up their toys. Peppa and George get excited and promise to tidy up. Peppa and George have finished tidying up, but Danny runs over to Peppa and George. Danny knocks over the toy basket, spilling the toys onto the floor. Danny leads Daddy Pig and Mummy Pig to Peppa and George. Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig are very angry and say,
Peppa and George, you'll have to stay at home.
Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig get in the car with Danny and head to the picnic. Peppa and George stand sadly and watch. Daddy Pig's car speeds down the road, and they don't know that behind them, Peppa and George are playing in the living room. Peppa walks over, looking exhausted.
Do you know what you did wrong?
Peppa and George nod quietly.
We are sorry, Mommy and Daddy.
While Danny is away, Peppa hides a phone in the bushes to record. A moment later, Danny walks over. Danny grabs George's slice of pizza. Peppa and Danny tug at the slice of pizza. Seeing Peppa's parents coming, Danny pretends to fall and starts crying. Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig are shocked to see Peppa and Danny fighting. Daddy Pig is about to scold Peppa, but George points to the phone. The phone has recorded the truth.
Oh no!
Mummy and Daddy Pig watch the video and are shocked by the truth. Later that afternoon, Danny's mom waits at Peppa's front door. Danny trembles, thinking he's about to be told on.
Danny is a very good boy.
Danny gets emotional, then bursts into tears.
I'm sorry, Peppa's family.
Everyone looks at each other in surprise, then smiles together. Peppa, Mom and Dad have been arrested. We have to save them. On Peppa's birthday, the family drove to a town with a famous bakery. Peppa and George were excited to go out with their parents. Mom Pig, Dad Pig, Peppa, and George walked hand in hand through the supermarket.
Peppa, which color cake do you like?
I like pink.
Uh-oh. Candy's secret cake recipe is gone. Please come with us to the station.
We're innocent.
Mom and Dad are arrested. Oh no!
The police took Mom and Dad away as the two siblings cried and ran after them, but couldn't keep up.
We must rescue them. Okay.
Peppa and George return to the scene and find tiny cake crumbs on the floor.
Crumbs. Uh-oh. Come on!
Peppa points to the trail of cake crumbs leading out of the supermarket. To follow the trail, it leads them to Rebecca's house. Peppa and George see Rebecca baking. When she notices them, the rabbit quickly hides something.
Can you make cakes? Nothing here. Hello? There's nothing here. The secret cake recipe is mine now.
Officer Danny suddenly burst in. Rebecca tried to run, but the police handcuffed her.
Oh no!
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Mom and Dad are cleared.
Yes.